NewsX, Sunday Guardian, Roundtable. Well, the BJP has recently concluded its national executive, and the bugle has been sounded. But has the bugle really sounded for the 2023 elections, or is the eye really on 24? Because that really is their sole focus. Assembly elections in the middle, yes, they take every election very seriously. But in the end, even if the Congress does manage to win 3 of the 4 big states out of the 9 that are going to the polls, they seem to be. I don't think that's going to work, harm or disturb them so much, because their focus really is that this juggernaut is not going to derail the 2024 elections. This is what happened in 2018 also, when the Congress swept the state elections, but Modi and Amit Shah came back. So how are we going to look at the elections ahead? What are the posturing, and what is Rahul Gandhi up to? What is the BJP up to? And who will take on Prime Minister Modi? Joining me on the show today is Sohail Seth. He's a political analyst, commentator, marketing maven. Neerja Chaudhary, senior journalist, columnist, commentator. Ashutosh, he's the founder of satyahindi.com, journalist, and also commentator. Ashutosh, how do you see the elections ahead, the road ahead, in terms of BJP and Congress? Let's just focus on these two.
I think this 2023 will be very interesting for the simple reason, because Congress has suddenly Congress has tried to rise to the occasion, especially after this Bharat Jodo Yatra. This has done one thing for the Congress party and the Rahul Gandhi, that it has brought back some amount of aura to Congress as well as the Congress party. Secondly, it seems that the Congress party has realized that if they don't hit streets, they are doomed. And that's why they have started this new program called Haath Se Haath Jodo from 26 January to 26 March. And they've also identified that the letter written by Rahul Gandhi has to reach to 10 lakh booths, 6 lakh villages and 2.5 lakh panchayats. So at least there is some movement for the Congress party. There is something happening in the Congress party. On the contrary, in the BJP, if you look at, BJP is always ready for elections. And this national executive, which has disappointed me a bit for simple reason, because there has to be the national. I had seen several national executive when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was there, when Lal Krishna Advani was there. At least there was some kind of collective leadership. Today there is no collective leadership. There's only Narendra Modi, Narendra Modi, Narendra Modi. You do not even know who are the general secretaries, who are the spokesperson, and what is then how deeply they are involved into the policy making, into the decision making of the party. In that context, if Narendra Modi has to hit the street for the roadshow just before the beginning of the national executive, that shows that there is some concern in the BJP, because BJP in 2023, in my opinion, is not comfortably placed. There is a problem in Karnataka, there is a problem in Chhattisgarh, there is a problem in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. They might be in better placed. In Tripura, again, the BJP is not comfortably placed. So out of the 9 states, the 5 states, BJP is not in a happy situation. And among the 5, in first states, there is a direct fight between the Congress and the BJP. And if Congress managed to win even the 2 states out of these 4, so it will be considered to be an achievement for the Congress party, because in Chhattisgarh there is a Congress government, in Rajasthan there is a Congress government, and BJP has to say Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka. In Tripura, again, I'm very skeptical that the BJP can come back. I don't think the BJP is coming back in Tripura too.
Okay. But Neerja, even if Ashutosh is saying 2 of the 4 big states, Karnataka and Chhattisgarh, I would even say add Madhya Pradesh. The optimistic see that the Congress see that the Congress is winning Madhya Pradesh. How will this narrative affect 2024? Because if the Congress there's a region Congress at the state level, the central leadership of the Congress is still weak. They are strong state leaders, but Rahul Gandhi is still going to be the face of the Congress, right?
I think, the 2023 elections are going to be a mixed bag for the regional parties, the BJP and the Congress. Congress has a very good chance in Karnataka. From all accounts, there is an undercurrent against the BJP. Unless the Congress botches it all up in the last mile, I think it should get through in Karnataka. I agree. The fact is in Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh also they have a good chance. Rajasthan not at all, with the infighting and anti-incumbency. So it's going to be a mix, but Telangana complete wipe of the Congress. It's going to be BJP versus TRS. So I think overall, by the time we come to the year end, 2023, it's going to be a mixed bag. So do the outcomes, electoral outcomes, give that kind of impetus or create that mahal for 2024? I think not. I think the BJP is going to be banking on creating a hype with other things. Of course, Narendra Modi's personality is their biggest USP, but there are major events that are going to take place during 2023, which the BJP calculates will create that hype. There'll be the opening of that parliament in April, if all goes well. There's going to be a G20 summit on 9th and 10th of September, which is being headed by India, and Mr. Modi is going to be hosting all the big world leaders. So that's going to be a major event to show that India is well on the way to becoming a Vishwa Guru. That's going to be the height they will go for. And there are 200 events preceding that summit all over the country. Then there is going to be the opening of the Mandir, Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, which Mr. Amit Shah has already announced. So I think they are calibrating their strategy very well. Let's see how it works out. Much depends on how the opposition gets together, not in selecting a leader, a national leader to take on Narendra Modi. It's the micro strategy, not the macro strategy for the opposition. How do they bring about one-on-one contests in the Lok Sabha constituencies, as many as possible, so that the anti-BJP vote does not get divided? And if they can bring down the BJP's 2019 tally by, say, 70 Lok Sabha seats, the game will change.
That's what Shashi Tharoor has also recently said, that he sees the BJP losing as many as 50 seats. Sohail, in fact, he said the BJP basically peaked in 2019 with the Fulwana incident, that which was a one-off really. Given that they may not repeat that kind of a heightened wave of nationalism, BJP will lose 50 seats or more, according to Tharoor, and he has listed the states also in the north, especially. My second point is, I agree with Nija. The BJP, I think Sohail, the Congress campaign will end in December 23, and the BJP will begin its campaign on 1st January 24 with the temple, with the budget, where more freebies and subsidies and all the other events related to G20. And the Congress, whatever the state wins are, they'll be pushed in the background with all this huge wave, Modi Nama, that's going to be engulfing the country. In terms of narrative building, how do you see that?
See, the beauty about the BJP is, if there were elections in a colony in Mathura, they would fight that election with as much vigor. This is the party that should have been destined only to fight elections, because in terms of government and governance, they fall by the wayside. So they are always in election mode, perpetually. And it's not a good thing for India. And it's certainly not good for democracy. Because what happens is, since they're constantly out pumping flesh, garnering money, garnering support, the actual governance work has been given short shrift. A. B. Modi can't be everywhere and do everything, but that's what he's become. Whether Modi likes it because of his megalomania, whether he likes it because he loves to be omnipresent, whether he likes it because they have no choice. But this is a party dependent totally on one human being, which, by the way, again, doesn't augur well for democracy. Having said that, there is no question in my mind that Narendra Modi will be Prime Minister in 2024. The question that you then need to ask is, once he becomes Prime Minister, how long will he stay? Because remember, Modi famously said at 75, people should retire. Now, will he go into that specially earmarked cave in the Himalayas, or will he have people throng the streets of India saying, nahi jaiye, please, aap yahin rahiye, and they say, main kya karu? Log mujhe chahte hain. So these are worrisome signs. The Congress actually, its campaign has kind of peaked already, because A, they're getting media support. B, a lot of people are resonating with Bharat Jodo. Now, it may be people like you and me, or where we say, oh, but the common man doesn't care. People do care. People are caring. Also, Indians, by and large, we are the most fickle country in the world. So don't be surprised, as Shashi rightly said, if the BJP loses those 50 seats. Because people are also getting tired. You wake up in the morning, you see Modi. You go to bed, you see Modi. During the day, you see Modi. If you don't see him physically, you're seeing him all over the place. I mean, for God's sake, more people are seeing Modi than their own children or spouses, because that's what's happened. I mean, where do you go? So it's not as if, we used to say Indra is India, India is Indra. Here, Bharat is Narendra and Narendra is Bharat. I mean, they're so insecure that they even call the goddamn Goa airport, the new airport, Manohar International and not Manohar Parikar. Ideally, it should be Manohar Parikar. Have they called the stadium in Ahmedabad the Narendra Stadium? No, it's Narendra Modi Stadium. It's Indira Gandhi International Airport. So these insecurities are mind-boggling. Having said that, I genuinely believe, as Nija and Ashutosh both said, they will register losses in some of these. The regional parties will continue to be strengthened, and the regional parties will teach them a lesson, as Mamata did in Bengal. See, ultimately, people, some stupid people say, oh, but BJP's vote share went up in Bengal. They had more seats in the assembly. Ultimately, what matters is who occupies that chair. Today, Mamata Banerjee is in that chair. Tomorrow, we have to check whether Jagan Reddy will be in the chair. So that's what it is.
So, Ashutosh, in the end, if anyone can defeat Narendra Modi, it is Modi himself. Because, either his popularity wanes and it's going to be a reactive, kitty for the opposition rather than an active vote share. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with it. I think sometimes we like to overestimate the man called Narendra Modi. And we have overestimated him in the last 7-8 years. We have forgotten that Narendra Modi had lost 11 elections from 2018 to 2020 onwards. And he badly lost elections. So in the state, Narendra Modi is not a record. He is like any other leader. If BJP has got a strong leader in the state, then it works for them. Like in Assam, it worked for them. And except in Gujarat, because Gujarat is again, Narendra Modi is the chief minister, Narendra Modi is the prime minister. So it works there. In Himachal Pradesh, it did not work. In Jharkhand, it did not work. In Delhi, it did not work. So, first of all, we have to de-link state election and the parliamentary election. The parliamentary election, yes, when Narendra Modi is the issue, he will be the prime ministerial candidate. There is a definite jump in the BJP vote share, and that jump is mind-boggling sometimes, from 4% to 26%, if you compare the state election and the parliamentary election. But unlike 2014 and 2019, because in 2014, 2019, the opposition was totally in disarray, and Congress party was totally in disarray. There was no preparation on the part of the Congress party. In 2024, what I see is that there is a resurgent Congress in the sense that Congress is doing something. Congress has realized the seriousness. There is a Rahul Gandhi with newly acquired credibility, and there's semblance of unity at the national level. I'm again saying semblance of unity at the national level, and they give. And in opposition can give a message to the voter that they are here, that they are united, and together they will fight BJP. Then probably it will work much better in Maharashtra. It will much better work in West Bengal, in every state. Because if the voter has got the anti-BJP voter, if they realize that that opposition is fighting strongly, then there is always a drift of 3-4% the fringe voters who doesn't want to vote Modi and the BJP, but they'll move here. So in that sense, and again, don't forget, in UP, the BJP in 2017 got 43% vote share. Their seat was more than 300. In 2022, their vote share had jumped to 48%. But their seats were drastically reduced to 80, something like that. So BJP, if improves in terms of vote share, does not mean that it will automatically translate into the seats. If opposition is united, Congress is fighting back with vengeance. So, and then don't forget, there is going to be a recession as predicted by the international economists in 2000 and there is already a great concern for the joblessness. So despite G20 and despite Ram Mandir, I think this is only going to consolidate BJP's own vote. This is not going to add a single vote who are anti-Modi and anti-BJP.
So this whole Aadhi Roti Khayenge, Mandir Wahi Banayenge narrative, I think has taken the BJP this far no further. Now is the time for the economy to matter and to count. But do people, does economy win you votes, Nija? You know, we saw Narasimha Rao, Chandrababu Naidu, a lot of reformers lose elections despite their reforms and the economy. So I'm going to come back after a quick break and take up this question with Nija and Sahgal. Hello and welcome back to the NewsX Sunday Guardian Roundtable. We are here discussing the road ahead for 2024. And Nija, before the break, Ashutosh said, you know, somewhere all religion can take you that far. You know, economy, recession, these are the big ticket issues which are going to come up with the people. And these are issues where the government hasn't performed well, you know, from the global recession. The Modi government's track record on economy is also not all that great either, despite whatever we keep hearing in terms of statistics. Nija.
Yeah. You know, Priya, I was in Rajasthan. I came last evening, and it was very instructive for me to talk to people because Ashok Gehlot, I'm answering your question in another way, huh? Lot of people today, Rajasthan is probably #1 in terms of social welfareism as a state. You know, you've got a very impressive health scheme, you've got urban Narega, you've got Amma type of, you know, those Rasoi canteen, everybody talks about it. But when you ask them, how are you going to vote? Their answer is, इन चीजों पे हम वोट नहीं करेंगे. ये important है. हम तो, you know, sentiment is what gets them. भावना से जुड़ के. Now, that is what Modi encashes on, you know, what Ashutosh has said. So while people are economically distressed, and some will be influenced by that, but a large number of them are actually swayed by sentiment. They identify themselves with the sentiment. And if Ashok Gehlot doesn't have what is called the current, तो फिर वो अपील नहीं आती है. It has to be, Narendra Modi has Hindutva, he has nationalism, he has Labharti schemes, all those come together to form that current. But just one word before I, you know, what Ashutosh had said about the Congress. Yes, there, you know, that Yatra, Rahul Gandhi's Yatra has evoked a lot of enthusiasm. Apolitical people are looking at it with new interest. What it's done, you know, in terms of converting it into votes, I don't know, frankly. Yes, it has rebranded his image. Yes, it has made him the tallest leader in the Congress again, which had begun to be questioned. Yes, it's enthused the cadre. That may have a bearing on the organizational strength. But in terms of, if you look, is the Congress today, and things change dramatically, in a position to get more than 50 plus? Agar Congress ke 100 seatein aa jaएं, again the game will change. The message will be very clear to the judiciary, bureaucracy, media. We talk about the health of the institutions. Congress gets 100 seats, it's a very different ball game. But, you know, it does not have the organizational wherewithal, and nor does one see a plan getting put in place, you know, to follow up from the Yatra.
That's the thing, you know, Ashutosh, the narrative of the Rahul Gandhi, of the Congress is still not there. Yes, he's, at least his image has gone up. We've seen, you know, a lot of statistics. But end of the day, you know, he has to take the Congress's image up also, and also tell us what the Congress stands for. You know, all this love and goodwill is great. You know, he's anti-BJP. That point of view has also come across. But what is the pro that the Congress stands for? What are the positives, Ashutosh? I think we lost your audio. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Priya, the politics is a game of perception. Politics is not a game of reality. The Congress party badly suffered in 2014 and 2019 for the simple reason because Congress party was viewed as somebody as the most corrupt party in the country, and it is leaderless party. Today, Congress party, fortunately or unfortunately, does not suffer from that perception. So in terms of perception battle, I think they had done greatly in that sense. So that goes in favor of the Congress party. How much vote it pulls, it also depends on the amount of negativity against the Narendra Modi also, and also the kind of the muscle power which Congress is willing to flex to get votes. The second point is, I think there is a concern for the Congress party in the North India, because in Rajasthan to Gujarat to Haryana to other places, if you look at the BJP is getting more than 50% votes in parliamentary elections. So the battle is not going to be fought in the North India. The battle is going to be fought in Bengal, in Bihar, in Karnataka, and in Maharashtra. These are the 4 states which is going to be very, very decisive for the BJP. I'm not saying that the BJP can dramatically improve its parliamentary seats in Telangana. No, I don't see that. That's not happening in Andhra Pradesh, neither in Tamil Nadu nor in Kerala. But last time in Karnataka, they got 26 out of 28 seats. Looking at the health of the BJP in Karnataka, it's not going to happen on the similar grounds. In Maharashtra, despite Uddhav Thackeray is weakened, but NCP, Congress and Uddhav Thackeray together is a formidable combination. In Bihar, the Janata Dal United and the RJD, Congress, all the left parties, they are a formidable combination. Look at West Bengal. I think Mamata Banerjee is much prepared than last time. Last time she was caught unaware, and that's why she lost 18 seats. So if in these 4 states, if opposition just keep together, fight with vengeance, I think BJP will lose a few seats. In North India, I don't see that the Congress is going to improve seats in Rajasthan or in other places. But yes, definitely they can improve in Chhattisgarh. Definitely they can improve in Madhya Pradesh. Definitely there is a chance if opposition has a vigor to fight in UP. Even in the UP, BJP can lose, because look at the numbers in assembly elections. Akhilesh Yadav improved its vote share by more than 10%. Mamata Banerjee Mayawati drastically lost, and the BJP has marginally increased its vote share. So if the Akhilesh Yadav remains on the ground and consistently hitting the BJP, then the BJP can lose a few seats in UP also. That's what I'm saying. The battle will not be fought between the Congress and the BJP. The battle will be fought by the united opposition and the BJP.
And the BJP. But then, Nija, comes the problem. I agree with Ashutosh. It has to be the entire opposition, but they're not going to be doing it as a combined whole. Even look at Rahul's Bharat Jodo Yatra. Invitations have been sent out to, I think, 21 parties. So far, you just see the Srinagar parties, base parties, or maybe Sanjay Raut of the Shiv Sena. I don't even know if Tejasvi Yadav will come, and he's usually the most pliant of his allies, really. Akhilesh Jayant, no one is coming, Stalin mix. So, how will that opposition come together on one platform?
Look, I think they have to allocate people very seriously, the senior people, to do this, to reach out to the opposition. And this meeting of 21 parties, why leave Ghulam Nabi Azad out of it? He may represent very little. Why leave Kejriwal's party out of it? You need every single 0.5% vote people also to come on board in order to give a fight if you're serious about it. And this time, the Rahul Gandhi and his team can continue to walk. And I believe from west to east, there is a yatra and Priyanka's yatra. All that's a very good mobilizational way to do it. But the actual, I absolutely agree with Ashutosh. The name of the game is united opposition, not Congress. Congress will have to take a back seat if they're serious about BJP being out. And then the way opens for them subsequently. So I think, and this will have to be at the ground level. It cannot be, broad brush sweeps. It has to be constituency by constituency. This happened in VP Singh's time. Ashutosh will remember. Uttar Pradesh was won by Vishwanath Pratap Singh because some people, and Prabhas Joshi, Jansatta editor, was one of them. There was a team that worked constituency by constituency, how to prevent a division of the anti-Congress vote. And they succeeded. Barring 4 or 5 constituency, I remember, they managed to do it. And VP Singh did phenomenally well in Uttar Pradesh and became Prime Minister of India, of course, for a variety of other reasons, but also. But this is the name of the game, I think. United opposition at the ground level, one-on-one contest, and a team of senior people who know about India. Actually, now, between now and the elections, 400 days that Narendra Modi has talked about, just devoting themselves to that task.
Ashutosh, you wanted to come in?
Yeah, Priya, just a very small interaction. Then see, if the BJP, if opposition feel that there is a serious threat to the constitution, there is a serious threat to the democracy. I think in 2 states, if the two leaders, Tejasvi Yadav and Akhilesh Yadav, if they put their might together, I think the BJP is defeatable in 2024. Why I'm saying so? Because in Bihar there was a 40 seats. Last time the BJP got 26. And if you add 17 of the Janata Dal United, that reaches to something around 39 seats. In UP again, because I see there is a lot of traction for the Akhilesh Yadav and his politics. If Akhilesh Yadav decides today that he has to get 30-40 seats in parliamentary election and is willing to fight for that, I think BJP is defeatable. But if you try to garner votes in Karnataka, other places, this is not going to help. This will help. But in UP, 80 seats, if BJP loses another 30 seats, they will be out of the power. Is Akhilesh Yadav willing to do that? Is Tejasvi Yadav willing to do that? If they are, then 80 and 40, 120 seats will make a lot of difference.
So in the end, the Nija comes with everybody subsuming their own ego and their ambitions to a larger role of defeating Narendra Modi, and then a leader will emerge, as it does during coalition governments. National Front we saw it, United Front we saw, but in reality, as you said, Congress needs someone like Ahmed Patel or someone larger who can bring everybody in one umbrella, and Rahul is so far not yet that person. Sonia Gandhi?
Sonia Gandhi is too frail, and there's indifferent health. But that Ashok Gehlot is a very seasoned man. I mean, he knows the system, he knows the country. Remember when the last Gujarat elections, when the Congress party almost came near victory. It was Ashok Gehlot behind the scenes helping Rahul Gandhi. Or Mallikarjun Kharge. They still have people, senior enough people, if they put their minds to it. But you will have to, there is a huge machinery at work on the BJP side. And the Prime Minister's words yesterday, reach out to the poor amongst every religion. So reach out to the Christians, reach out to the Sufis, the Pasmanda Muslims, the poorer sections, the weaker sections. And that has been the secret of success of Prime Minister who've gone to the masses. Indira Gandhi, VP Singh also reached out. So they are getting their act together. No doubt about that. And right down to the Panna Pramukh. So this side, you don't see even a brainstorming session, informal brainstorming session on how they're going to go about it. And certainly the BJP will fish in troubled waters, the divided opposition. And why not? Every party does that.
That is true. On that note, I think we'll have to end. The road ahead is, there may be some good cheer for the regional parties and even for the Congress in the 20 state elections. 20 is really where the big battle is. Can the opposition all get together as one? They can't even get together on a platform just for the headlines and the optics, let alone, serious strategy, maneuverings, and one cohesion. So, well, I hope something does happen because the country needs a strong opposition at least. Otherwise, the BJP will just go ahead at the end of the day. On that note, thank you so much for joining this conversation.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.